friends. I have returned from the void to bring you great tidings. Or something to that effect. Actually, I did a video on priming minis, and I mentioned Sundrop. But since I mentioned Sundrop, I should mention where I got that name from. So, there's a board game from Awakened Realms. There's a board game from Awakened Realms. That board game is Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. The board game looks pretty cool. I bought it because there's some cool looking minis in it, and the game looks cool. And we do occasionally get to play a board game at my game table, although mostly we just play Dungeons and Dragons, let's face it. My last video was more Cthulhu Wars oriented, okay? So this one's going to be directly, not sanctioned or anything, but directly, I'm going to show you how to get something really close to what they're selling, calling Sundrop, okay? And they're charging, I think it's $20 or something like that to do this. You can do this in a couple of hours to every mini in the game. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, I haven't experimented with this, so this is all, we're experimenting right now with it. We're doing this with craft paints from Walmart. They're 50 cents each. And the reason we're doing it that way is because I want this to be something anybody can afford. I don't want everybody and their brother to have to, spend big bucks to get this going on. This should be something that anybody can do, okay? So that's the key. All right, so here's the colors I picked out. Now I've upped the ante here, and I'll tell you why. Last time you needed black paint, so this is black paint. It's really close. It's actually pavement, okay? And this is our base coat. It's a nutmeg, okay? We're going to go from there to a mocha. We're going to go from mocha to a lovely khaki. And from khaki, we're going to go to a parchment. Now, you could go all the way to white, which there it is. White, if you want to really pop it. And there's even a whiter white than this. Okay? It's called Snow White or something like that. All right? Now, which minis are we going to do? Well, I just grabbed some random minis of various sizes. I don't think anything from that board game gets as big as this guy. So, we're going to do him. We're going to do these apes and this young lady. There you go. This is from Bones 4. Don't know the name of the model, but these are about the size. These are also from Bones 4. These are your apes. Yes. There's another ape that I didn't grab. Alright, so enough about that. Have we got our colors? Guys, pavement. Again, pavement, brown, light mocha, khaki, parchment, white. Okay, that's the key. Now our first step, we're going to put gesso on our minis. Okay, I already showed you guys how to do that in the last video. I'm not going to do that again. You guys will first, of course, wash the minis, right? Wash the minis, prime the minis, base coat the minis, and then dry brush. This is for the wash. We're also going to do a second wash in this at the end. I'll show you what it looks like, but this is going to be a much shorter video than the last one. In the last video, okay, I didn't really show you guys how to make the wash, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick, okay? I just kind of told you how to do it. This time I'm actually going to make it right before your eyes, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some water. We're going to fill this, see these wells here? I'm going to fill the well about halfway with water, okay? So I'll be right back. So as you can see, there are 3 wells full of water. Usually when I do this, I'll make 3 washes at a time because it's kind of hard to get, the wells, just one well. So anyway, water's in the well. Now, we're just going to add, this is regular hand soap. Okay, you can use dish soap as well, just a drop. Once I get it going, there we go. And it, yeah, you don't even need the whole drop, just a dab. There we go. Drop of dish soap. Okay, now you're gonna take your alcohol. Okay, little splash of alcohol, dab will do you. Just a little. Oh, let's see, that's too much. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a splash. All right. Now, you just add your paint. Okay, in this case, it's our pavement. So let me grab that real quick. Put it on in there. Sorry, guys, I'm holding the thing. And then we're doing another wash in the. So yeah, just fill your brush with paint and just swish it around in there. That should be enough. Okay. Yep. And if you need to, you'll grab a little more. But there's our paint in the brush. Brush and swirl. There it is. There's your wash right there. Wash and swirl. You'll do the same thing with all the other colors. And well, let's see. Let's see if I can find something to show you how this works. You know, for the doubters or those who don't know how to apply a wash. Here we go. I have a primed mini over here, and I'll just go ahead, and what I'll do is I'll put the wash on it and show you what the effect is. Okay, great. So you gotta make sure it's good and stirred up. So stir it up, stir the pot, then grab your mini. Here's our mini. This is covered with gesso. Okay, and I'm gonna move the camera here so you can see what I'm doing. You're just gonna apply the wash liberally. Apply the wash liberally, and you can already see the details popping out. Yep. There you go. Now, keep in mind I'm holding a camera as I do this. And if you don't think it's giving you enough coverage, add a little more paint. Okay. If you don't think it's dark enough, add some more paint. But there you go, guys. And again, you can already see see it darkening. All right, so hold that thought. We're going to end this segment, and I'm going to go to the next segment where I'm going to have everything primed, ready to go, and then we're going to go ahead and do some great stuff. All right, there we go. That's our wash on this mini. That was just gesso before. As you can see, it really makes the details pop. It's not quite dry, but just a little show and tell here. A couple pointers, tips, whatever. When you're applying your gesso, don't just pull it on there. Put it on thin, so water it down. Okay, and yeah, you don't want to obscure your details. Okay, that's important. So water it down, get a nice even coat on the whole model as best you can. I kind of, on this one, you can see a spot I missed there. I think that's where I was holding it. Anyway, wasn't super worried about hitting every spot on this one. Okay, but you know, you can be better than me if you want. If not, just be lazy like me. The key to this, the whole point of this, is to make your paint stick. Okay. Yeah, so again, water it down. It doesn't have to be super thick. Just get a nice even coat, as close as you can. If you want to, you can use a spray-on primer. Okay, I don't recommend that with the Reaper Bones, but I'm sure it's perfectly fine with these Cthulhu Wars minis. I actually did it on the Cthulhu, so it works. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and wait for these to dry. But this one's pretty well dry, so we can start here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go to the next step. Okay, so our first color is going to be nutmeg brown. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and do a base coat of that nutmeg brown. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And guys, just make sure you thin your paint. So when you do your paint, just add a little water. Okay, you don't want it too thick. Don't obscure your detail. Remember, we're just priming these minis anyway. Okay, so I'm calling it a base coat, but really it's a primer coat. If that makes any sense. So yeah, we're going to use the nutmeg brown. We're going to cover that mini with it, and then we're going to move on to the next step. I'm going to do all of them, and then I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so we got a base coat on these guys. On some of them I added a little pavement to the nutmeg to give it a little darker color, just for funsies. So our next step, okay, we can go one of two ways. You know, you have options. We can put a wash on this, or we can start our dry brushing. Okay, so we can do either or. I'm going to go ahead and do the wash though, because reasons, why not? Now, remember, and this is important, well, you've got to wait for your wash to dry before you start trying to dry brush, okay? So, this is one good reason to do the wash after you've dry brushed, but then again, you might not like the results because, you know, it does change the color a little bit. So you might want to do your darker wash first, dry brush, and then do a lighter wash on top, which I have made a nutmeg wash for that, which we'll see later. All right, and I'll go ahead and pause it while I do that. Now remember, the keys when applying a wash are apply it evenly, okay, on the model, and no pooling, okay? No pooling, just even application. No pooling, that is the key. Do that, you're gonna win. All right, here we go. Okay, so the wash has been applied. As you can see. And our next step will be, we're going to go ahead and take these puppies and we are going to apply a dry brush. Now I am using this makeup brush. I find these are excellent for dry brushing. I'm not sure which brand this is. I caught it on sale at Walmart. Scratch that, Kmart. Now, this is a nice set of dry brushes. I use it for all my D&D board games when I was priming them. So it works. It's a good method. But if you want to use a flat brush, that works too. Here's a flat brush. And if you just want to use an old brush, you can do that too. Not going to tell you what to do. You know, you got this. But what I am going to tell you is some basics on dry brushing. So you're going to go from darkest to lightest. Remember our colors? Okay, so our first dry brush is going to be in light mocha, or if you felt squirrely and you want more variation, you could mix a 50-50 mix of nutmeg brown and light mocha. Dry brush that, then add in a little bit of mocha to the mix until finally you completely get rid of the nutmeg brown. You're completely in the mocha zone. Then you're going to go up to the next level, which was khaki. And again, you could do a 50-50 mix, you know, 3/4 on up. I'm not getting that fancy, guys. I'm just going boom, boom, boom. But you can get fancy. Now, mocha to our antique parchment, rather. on and on. And then white is optional. It's really gonna pop, so you're gonna be very careful with the white, okay, because you don't want to overdo it. And then we're gonna cover everything with a lovely mocha colored, or no, nutmeg brown wash. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start out dry brush these. Now remember the other thing, the first color we're gonna hit it really hard, right? But then after that, we're gonna put less and less of the brighter colors on it, okay, until finally we reach the white, in which case we're only going to do the very tippy tops, okay, where the light's hitting. All right, okay, excellent. So hopefully this works out. This is all theory. I've never seen what this is going to look like, guys, but this is what we have so far. Okay, yeah. All right, so I did not go all the way to white. I stopped at parchment. This is what we got, guys. Alright. So, yeah, these brightened up quite a bit, didn't they? And in case you forgot, that's the difference. Now, we're going to hit them with a wash. It's going to be amazing. Let's do that and see what we got here, guys. While you're applying this wash, you're not covering the whole model. What you're doing is you're picking out spots to break it up. So you just want to break up the monotony of the original just dry brush, and you just add a little change where the shaded areas would be. Break it up, add a little shade. This isn't dry yet, but I just wanted to point that out. Unlike the other darker wash, this wash is just for breaking things up a little bit. Okay. We're not trying to coat the whole model. We're just trying to create some variance so that the parts that we want to pop really stand out. So there's that. Okay. And we're back again. Alright. So our wash is now dry. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So I brought in this other box because it's going to give us more contrast. I would say I haven't actually seen the Sun Drop Minis, but probably need to start a little lighter than the nutmeg brown, maybe. But all in all, I mean, these look pretty good. Look pretty good. Like I said, this is just a prime job for me, but for you guys, this can go on your table. And by the way, I've noticed someone said there were creature cards in the game. Again, I haven't got my copy because I did the all-in-one order. See that? Looks pretty nice. I did the all-in-one order, so I won't be getting my game for a while. But I saw some creature cards, and I thought to myself, I said, well, now what if I wanted minis on the table for that? So I would suggest, if you guys are wanting to get creatures, check into sites like Reaper, WizKids. They've got inexpensive minis that can suit your needs for that kind of stuff, and get you squared away. And no, they don't pay me to say that. It's just You know, if you're wanting that kind of thing, that might be just the ticket. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this video is helpful. Yeah, if you want to get it exactly like the way Awaken Realms does it, you might go a shade lighter. To be honest with you, I'd have to see the minis in hand to really tell you and experiment a little bit. But this isn't bad. This is pretty close. We're in the ballpark, okay? So yeah, hope you find all the miniatures of your dreams while you're awake. And just for funsies, we're going to put a dole next to a dole and let you know exactly what we've accomplished here, okay? So you can get a nice compare and contrast. Excellent. And yeah, have an amazing day.